Welcome back everyone, and it's time to go balls deep. And today's chapter was, you know what I'm gonna say, right? It was freaking fire!
Wait, what the hell? Oh, that's better. I thought I had shit on my screen for a second.
Hey yo guys! Guys, don't disrespect Black Clover ever again or you're getting fired!
I was just
You're fired! Oh, right, you're unfired. I need you. Come here.
My editors are getting way too confident.
Shut your stupid...
We're obviously going to talk about the no longer burnt and crispy elephant in the room, which has sparked a big debate going on in the Black Clover community, where some fans believe no one ever dies, and the other people think, no, how can you say that? That's wrong. The stakes are always high in Black Clover, and no named characters have died before. What are you talking about? So, of course, as Wizard King, I decided to start the next Black Clover war in the comments, giving my opinion. So make sure to give yours below. If you have one, can you form one? Is that possible? Black Clover Chapter 302 kicks off with Asta in awe of his girlfriend's beauty or power. One of the two, probably both, right? And I mean, who wouldn't be in awe when her literal ass cheeks are hanging out? Like, Tabata, you need to calm down with your artwork, fam. I'm just saying.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Noelle instructs Asta to take care of the Heart Queen, as her and Udine charge in to face Megicula's army. However, in their current state, this is not a possible feat due to the little amount of energy they have left. But then Rill shows his skills once again, as he vows to protect Noelle and Charlotte, as they are key components to win the fight thanks to their Saint Stage and anti-curse magic. Megicula repeats herself for the 7th time in a row and comments about how humans develop further when they're in battle, and this makes humans so fun to toy with. We knew this information before when Liber revealed his backstory, that the most precious and enjoyable things to devils is to toy with humans. Remember, Zagrid told us that the #1 objective is to obtain a grimoire to unlock their true powers in the real world and make humans fall into despair. But seriously, we are gonna have to start making a devil bingo card because they say the same shit. I'm going to have puny humans. Fighting is so much fun, and you can't beat me. My magic is too strong on my bingo card. I'm just saying. Every single devil in Black Clover will say these exact lines.
Of course!
But anyway, Luck finally shows up to the battle, which means Zora, Magna, and Noct won't be too far behind either. Luck proclaims how he's going to create a pathway for Noelle using his lightning. But it would be so much better if they just so happen to have another lightning user nearby to help, right? That would be helpful, wouldn't it? Damn, it's a shame that Gaja had to die, isn't it? Because like, there's no way he could come back or anything. Nuh-uh. He was burnt to a crisp. His grimoire was gone too. Life energy, nope. Zero. It's done. It's not like no one could ever predict him coming back alive, right? Yeah, I'm like, nope. Suddenly, it's revealed that Gaja is alive, and I have my own opinion on the raging debate. Remember guys, join the civil debate in the comments. Can you guys be civil with your opinions? Is that even possible in this community? I don't know. I'm gonna start now, okay? Recently, I asked you guys on Twitter what you guys think about the ongoing debate in Black Clover community that the stakes are low and the fact that no one major has died. Especially in current events, past characters don't count, like people in flashbacks and shit. Like, come on. Now, there was a varied response from you guys. Some thinking that stakes are unnecessary and that enough characters have died, such as the Golden Dawn members, setting them to be a perfect tone setter, and others believing that there's no point in having death just to simply elevate the stakes in a story. You can't just kill off a random character and then expect the audience to care or feel scared for our main protagonist because some irrelevant person perished. Now remember, having an opinion and debating what is better for the series is just a sign of a person being invested in the story. At the end of the day, we all want the same thing, and that is for the story to continue to engage us, get better, and we wish for all the success Tabata has in writing Black Clover, especially since, you know, I'm his friend. You guys know I'm his friend. Yeah. For the most part, I agree that this is a tricky question, because even if we get what a lot of people want, a significant character death that is, because such a huge portion of the fan base has been dreading about it for so long, a death will feel more like a check mark to elevate the story instead of an event within the story, if you get what I mean. The impression will be more like, you know, it finally happened, instead of caring for the character that has been set up for death. Like, a lot of you mentioned that you want Yami to die at the end of this arc, and I've seen your comments across multiple of our YouTube videos, and I already told you that saying something like that is absolutely blasphemy in my presence. Do not ever say you wish Yami to die ever again.
Unacceptable.
Anyways, at the same time, there needs to be something in place for us to feel engaged by the story, and for us to actually care about the victory our protagonists are fighting so hard for. Because if we're not engaged, we feel that the good guys will ultimately win no matter what, and the journey to that victory becomes much more uninteresting. It is precisely why a lot of different series use tone setters. Now, what are tone setters? Well, Black Clover does this as well. Like, remember during the Elf arc when Julius died? The arc previously never demanded such high stakes, as it was more focused on the world building, characters and themes of the story, letting them evolve naturally. However, the Elf arc was different, and the reason being was because it was the first apocalyptic doomsday type event that has been set up in the series so far, where everything is connected to. Julius was the last pillar of order and balance the world had to offer, so it made sense that his death signified the start of the chaos. That's why during the Elf arc we never worried about the stakes, since the tone setter of Julius' death had been executed so well, leaving us with such an impression. And it didn't stop there, since Julius' death was also used to thematically elevate the story, since we got the paralleled speech between Asta and Julius in chapter 146, as well as being the reason Asta could understand the hatred of the elves in chapter 200. For this arc, we had the initial tone setter of the Golden Dawn massacre. We genuinely felt thrilled and worried for the first time in the series that the good guys were not going to win this battle and it would cost them dearly. That is why when Dante showed up and stabbed Gauche, many were actually worried that this time it was up, but we all know how that turned out. A single tone setter isn't really good enough for lengthy arcs where the stakes lie in the entire world's fate, especially when that tone gets undone time and time again by people surviving ridiculous situations where they should have died. The readers will then get too used to this baited story element, much like the tale about the boy who cried wolf. Another reason why death becomes more engaging is because it makes it so that the villains are more terrifying and interesting too, as it makes a personal connection between the readers and the antagonists, where you dislike the villain for their actions and you're that much more motivated to see the main characters serve justice upon the antagonist. You would want to know why this villain was given permission by the author to execute such a beloved character that we got to know. For example, if Dante had actually killed Gauche, a Black Bull member we had come to know over a long series of chapters, imagine the insane drive Asta would have had to personally defeat the Dark Triad. It would play into the ideological battle between them, where the driving force for Asta to stop Dante was for the betterment for the world, and including his rage to avenge his friend, much like Noelle is avenging her mother to kill Megicula, which would make the whole battle between the definition of humanity a lot more engaging. Remember when Dante said humans are naturally evil and Asta said they are not? Instead, the whole conversation has been put on a back burner with Dante's character, and let's be honest, most people don't take Dante or the Dark Triad seriously anymore, since they got immediately downgraded as not the main villains of the arc. As Noct put it, they are just unjust evil for the sake of it, nothing more. Now don't get me wrong, the theme continues with Tabata exploring the definition of a human, with Noelle stating that love overcomes her limits, and she juxtaposed the entire ideals of the Dark Triad similar to Asta. But some fans could argue that this could have been executed at a much deeper philosophical level rather than Vonica being a dumb bitch. All I'm saying is, I personally think, and a lot of others in the community, that Gauche should have died, and that's because it would have immediately set the tone and stakes at the highest point the series has ever been. It would have emphasized the whole idea of the Cliff of Plan being a world-ending event of the entire continent. However, now we know that every single character can unlock a new spell that would stop anyone from dying anyway. Pretty much 50% of the cast has some sort of healing spell. Now, in this raging debate within the community, no one is saying a series necessarily has to have death to maintain quality. I don't have a problem with Julius's revival, and some people do. In my opinion, I think it made perfect sense since he cannot do it again, as it was a one-time thing since he had the rune from the ancient tools, and on top of that, this dude had time magic that would allow him to see the future in the first place. Julius died on purpose to save William, right? But on the other hand, I do agree with the other part of the community where it's good to have these debates. Like in chapter 302, Gaja has been temporarily revived, and we know he is going to still die at the end of the arc, but it does raise the question you must ask yourself. If a character is ever in danger, even if they are in a fatal state, I mean, look at Raya during the Elf arc, or Klaus and Latoya during this arc, and now Gaja. Gaja was set to be dead, right? And in this chapter, he's still walking around, he's still using his OP magic, and he does claim to be good as dead and will most likely die when the Twilight of Valhalla is over, but that doesn't mean nothing can be done during the meantime, which is exactly why many fans are worried that Tabata is going to find a way to keep Gaja alive during this time, and it's the constant act of baiting us into fake deaths just to keep pseudo tension and drama, which many find infuriating with the series. People don't like investing in something and all their feelings when it was all fake and they got baited. And again, guys, I'm just the messenger. I'm not meant to dictate your thoughts and opinion. I am just presenting both sides of the argument the community of Anime Balls Deep has and sprinkling my opinion here and there. So make sure to join our community by hitting the notification bell, smash the like button to support me, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. Okay, now that we've got that cleared up, let's continue with the chapter 302. So Gaja thinks to himself that he's as good as dead. Luck comes charging in towards Gaja, and the two have an admittedly a very nice team up, which is fitting seeing as Gaja taught Luck how to use mana method along with true lightning magic and whatnot. They both agreed to go all out with their lightning magic, and holy crap, Tabata, like this dude never misses when it comes to the artwork. Like mwah, like Tabata's artwork is bloody 10 out of 10. This guy is amazing.
This motherfucker don't miss.
And while Megicula is watching as all her hard work crumbles before her, Noelle-chan shows up. She tries to stab Megicula, but her cursed magic blocks it. Noelle truly channels her inner Asta, however, as she screams like no other tsundere has screamed before. I'm gonna try it, guys. Listen up. Mother, mother! So Megicula explains that although her body is imperfect, she is still impressed by how well everyone has fought so far. But this is as far they can all go. Noelle struggles even more, almost like she's stuck in mid-air, when suddenly her brother Noelle pulls up, a cage starts forming around her, and it's revealed that this dude's saying, bitch, don't ever show yourself up, you are ugly bitch, don't show up again in front of my family. He also wants to avenge his mother's death, and they're gonna be a big silver family moment here that's gonna go on where they both of them gonna kill their mother's killer together. That's what's gonna happen, guys. Noelle already said sorry to Noelle, but that's gonna be developed even further too. I already got the spoilers, and you know I'm co-writing, so I didn't want to like, you know, spoil everything. Anyway, guys, you guys get the point. Make sure to join the debate, and I'll see you guys next time.